I have a gentleman here today. My name is McQueen Battle. I'm with Battle First Aid Responder Services here at the Boston Commons Garden. And it is Memorial Day weekend, so congratulations. Shout out to all the vets there, as well as to my little brother, Lakeem Jemiah Harris. He served the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah!
I never served the Marine Corps.
Then my little brother, Lakeem Jemiah Harris. So I have a gentleman here. We're going to ask a couple questions about COVID. So have you ever been in contact with COVID? Did you ever catch COVID or anything like that?
No.
Do you know anybody that has since passed, or did you have anybody close friends that did pass?
Yeah, the one.
And who was that person?
She worked for the Archdiocese. Her name is Donna Morrissey.
Mm-hmm. Was she really close to you?
Well, I met her at a protest at the opposing side.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a letter to her and apologized, and she wrote to me back saying thank you. She said your forgiveness means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm. So the pandemic is almost over. It is not over. How do you feel that businesses and the economy is slowly opening up? How do you feel about that?
I'm glad that things are opening up because it's COVID-19 and really affect a lot of people. But me personally, I'm a senior citizen. I like to go back to my peers and start doing things again.
Mm-hmm. And so you did it. So you're really happy about that now that you are able to meet more people.
Well, it's still not enough because there's still restrictions.
There's still restrictions. And how do you feel about those restrictions?
I'm happy about it.
Mm-hmm. So it's still going to take some time for the economy to heal. And you know that. Are you originally from Boston?
Yes, I am.
A native?
Yes, I was born here.
And how do you feel that Governor Charlie Baker and his administration is doing right now with the COVID restrictions? As well as right now we're in phase 3, phase 4. So a lot of businesses are now reopening back up again.
Yeah.
People are now going back to normal range of motions. You can go to a hockey game now. You can go to a basketball game now. You can go see the Bruins. You can go see
forget it.
You can go see the Boston Celtics. You can go to a baseball game. You can go see the Red Sox. How do you feel that right now, as a senior citizen, you could have easily been exposed to the virus?
Well,
and so far you've made it. You've made it through the pandemic.
Well, I got my flu shot.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
And
there might be roles like I know.
I say it's not so much I survived it. I like to say it wasn't my time.
Mm-hmm.
I had pneumonia in 2019 December.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 months later, then the pandemic came out.
Okay, so you said it. I just really want you guys to understand that. He said it wasn't his time, and I really do appreciate you and thank you so much for understanding that. Was it your faith that you got?
Yes.
Was it your faith that got you through what you're going through right now?
Yes, it was. Yes, it is.
And how strong has your faith as well as the faith in medicine got you through? Was it your personal faith in God, or your personal faith in your Creator that got you through, or was it you just your own senior daily physician as well as?
Well, my personal faith in God and the Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God,
Mm-hmm.
that very, 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 very big factors. And I personally believe, with my faith, I probably would never survive it, but I will admit it's getting to me a little bit. I'm not blame. There's no blame game on God or nobody,
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's been really rough, but God is able. He's getting me. He's getting me through it.
He's getting you through it. And you've been pretty much up to date with your personal physicians, your doctors, your primary care doctors.
That is correct.
How do they feel about your recovery from pneumonia versus not being exposed to COVID? How has your relationship with your doctor improved since the start of the COVID pandemic?
I just saw him maybe twice when the pandemic came out, but not that much. And I got But what I did, I got my vaccines. I had pre-existing conditions. I got the first one, Pfizer and Modern. I hope the audience really gets their shots. Pfizer and Moderna. I got first one, I got one in February. The second one, I got one in April. And this October, I'm going to get my flu shot.
Good.
Because
So you have been vaccinated.
Yes.
You have, number one, you've been vaccinated, which you do believe in the vaccination.
Yeah.
That's not a barrier for you.
No.
And why did you got vaccinated? Out of your own personal reasons, or out of the reasons concerns for other people?
I say both. And it was available. And this talk that this may be a comeback, I don't know. So I just took precautions and said to myself, it's time for me to get vaccinated.
It's time. You took precautions.
Thanks to my brother, Michael.
Number one, he took precautions, and number two, he said it was time for him to go ahead and get it done.
My brother Michael works in South Carolina. He works at a pharmaceutical company. He got his vaccines.
Good.
And he really kind of inspired me to do it. He was listening to all the naysayers that said it would just go away. But and I told him, there's been talk, there's some chips in there. They put it in the COVID-19. And he told me, Bobby, whoever told you that it's wrong. I know. I did the research myself and on my own. There's no such thing. You got to watch out for people like that.
Exactly.
Anything could put in a blogger and say anything without proof. Even a doctor ever came and said, well, you don't need the vaccines to the people. I like to dismiss that doctor as either ignorant or a quack, if I may say so.
Yes, well, some doctors need to be board certified, and they're out there, but you have your own personal beliefs, so you had to do your own research.
My brother.
Your brother, and he's the one that led you to get vaccinated.
Yes.
For you to get the help that you needed.
He got vaccinated twice.
Twice. Good.
I'm very proud of him. He was a denier, but when he got the facts straight, he said to himself, you know what, I'm going to get vaccinated. And he did. I'm very proud of him that what he did. Very happy about it, and that motivated me to get mine.
Good. Well, we're very happy today to have you here again. I thank you so much for this interview, and I'm going to share it on my social media feed as well as get it out there to the public. Good. Number one, I'm really glad. What was your name? Robert. We're really glad to have Robert here today. And how old are you?
64.
He's a healthy 64.
Well, I might have a little disagree with him. I still got a touch of arthritis.
He has a touch of arthritis, but he's healthy. He has his cane with him, but he's walking and enjoying the beautiful Boston Commons today. It's about 60, 65 degrees here today in Boston, and pretty much we're having a great conversation about COVID. Number one, I wanted to point out to him that number one, he did get vaccinated out of your personal concerns and reasons, out of your own personal choice.
Get vaccinated, everybody.
It was out of your own intuition, your own personal choice.
Right.
Number one, he got vaccinated out of his own personal choice. Number two, he said that it wasn't his time. It wasn't your time to go. Right. Because you had prior existing conditions.
Yeah.
Okay. And then number three, what can you say to the audience before we leave today about the pandemic? What's one thing that you want to tell people in order to try to get them to understand somebody, an elderly and a senior citizen like yourself, that has made it through? You're healthy, you made it through the pandemic, and you're standing before us today. What is one thing that you want to share with the public today?
I ask all the people, don't listen to the news quacks like in, hope you don't edit this out. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to places like Fox News. Get the facts. Get vaccinated. And I say that as an American. I urge all Americans, no matter who they are, what they are, and I like to see especially that the COVID-19 vaccine will be in the areas where, especially places of people where people of color live.
Exactly.
I hope the people down in Roxbury and all communities of color don't get the vaccine. I cannot stress this enough. Save your life. I want to see kids coming back out here again.
And there still is time. Before we leave, I just want to ask you a quick question. You're talking about getting the vaccine. Have you heard of herd immunity? Have you heard of herd immunity and the term which uses when a major source of the population has received the vaccine? Have you heard of herd immunity?
No.
Okay, so pretty much what herd immunity is when it's the whole herd. They as of lately, the entire U.S. population is about 300 million people, and about maybe 60 to 65 to 70% of those people have been vaccinated. That is what that's the term of herd immunity is called. It's still too low. In your opinion, as you see before us today, do you think that the United States has reached herd immunity?
I think more Americans are getting vaccinated, and they're seeing. I think they're doing the science, but you're gonna get those. I mean, I hate to be political, but mostly Republican far right states. They're seeing all types of bad information. And I hope the people down in the red states will start listening to the facts, not to listen to the some news media, which doesn't understand, it doesn't care about people except for profits. And all these things can save your life. So finally, I tell all my fellow Americans, get the facts. I got it. I got the vaccines. I can't urge all my fellow Americans, no matter who they are, whether it be race, color, or religion. We're all Americans. I urge every American, rich, poor, everybody, get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated. Good. Well, thank you so much for having me today. God bless you. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Are you good? Do you need to take a seat?
I'm going to walk a little bit. I'll take a seat.
Thank you so much for having me today. Again, my name is LaQueen Battle. You got my business card. And my nonprofit is called Battle First Aid Responding Services. My nonprofit, as well as a group of volunteers and many organizations, have helped service almost thousands and thousands of people of the United States this past year. So, thank you.
Oh,
All right.
all righty.